Ben Simmons, he did return to action. This was after he missed all of last season. He joined Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant in the starting lineup last night. Let's take a look at his performance.
Well, first of all, this is what I want to talk about with the Brooklyn Nets. It's Kevin Durant. It starts and finishes with him. Like, look, you know Kevin Durant. Like, we talked about how Kevin Durant is going to play. Kevin Durant's a professional. He's 32 points, 11 for 21, 4 blocks. This man, when you're talking about greatness, he's going to get on the court and do what he does. What he needs around him is structure. He needs consistency. He needs guys that are going to show up. And speaking of showing up, we're talking about Kyrie Irving. Look, it wasn't his most efficient night. Look, he still got the lefty, but it's his opening night. I'm not going to overreact on game 1 of 82, but look, Kyrie's out on the floor, 15 points, 6 for 19. But what we do know about Kyrie historically, he is a guy that is one of the most efficient scorers in the league, especially for a guy his size. And Ben Simmons, look, Ben Simmons, he had a lot to handle last night because there were some bigs down there. He's going against Zion Williamson. And look, we need him to be more efficient, especially from the aggressive side. I want him to be aggressively efficient.
Zach, what did you see from Simmons last night?
Look, I'm going to give them a little bit of a pass and him a little bit of a pass for the what did he have, a 4-5-4 stat line, a triple single?
More fouls than points.
Okay, that's not great, but it's been a long time. They look like a team that was just learning themselves, but to me, the biggest issue was they didn't seem like they knew how to use him in the half court, and he didn't seem like he knew what to do in the half court. This right here is no man's land.
Dunker spot.
It's not even the dunker spot. It's too far away. And now this just looks like a team. What are we doing here? Anyone have a plan? Royce O'Neal is going to run a random pick and roll in the middle of the floor, and that's an illegal screen. That looks like a team that's learning how to play. Here's how it would look if it works. This is what everyone talks about. Ben Simmons is Draymond Green. And the fit with Claxton is going to be really tough. The space is really tight, but here's the one pass, freeze, and now Claxton cuts in for a little slip pass and a layup. If it's going to work with those two, and they need it to work for their defense, it's going to look like that. And then here's another one where they just kind of look discombobulated. Here's a screener again for Kevin Durant. They're going to use him as a screener. And now look how little the margin for error is. Where am I going to pass? Claxton's in the way.
You guys
what are we
rolling
doing here? And bleh.
And no pace in their offense.
And people yelling at each other. But again, game 1, but they didn't look like they had a great plan for how to use him in the half court. And that's not just on Ben Simmons. That's on everybody. That's on Steve Nash. That's on the coaches. That's on everybody.
I think sometimes you have that luxury of, oh, we've got KD, we've got Kyrie, we don't have to overthink this. But after a year of getting excited for Ben Simmons to be out there, I think we expected a little bit more strategy. But like you said, oh, wait, what was the sound you made?
Bleh.
Bleh. It's okay. It's game 1. No, he's not blah. He's everything to us.
Look at that blue. Perk looks great.
Perk, what did you think about Ben Simmons?
Well, look, first of all, you and Zach are beating around the bush. And, Zach, you're pointing the finger at every direction except at Ben Simmons, okay? Here's the thing, right? He just don't have the mentality, okay? He's not that pit bull. He's not that Rottweiler. He's not that German Shepherd that you want to bark and growl and to protect your house. He's actually that family dog, okay? That golden retriever that when a stranger ring the doorbell, he's going to wag his tail and give him a kiss when he walk on in. That's who Ben Simmons is. We cannot sit up here and justify that Steve Nash didn't put him in position to be successful. His mentality is not there. Listen, Zion Williamson was doing, hold on, Shanae, because Zion Williamson was doing what he wanted to do on the floor yesterday. Ben Simmons is known as what? One of the elite defenders in the league. Although you might not impact it on the offensive end, there's still room for Ben Simmons, 6'10", athletic, 250 pounds, to impact it on the defensive side of things. And Kyrie talked about it in his interview, about being physical, basically, about going out there and having that mentality. And Ben Simmons don't have that. And I don't think he has it. So we might need to just learn this is who he is.
The only thing I'll say, Perk, is that it's a big difference when you're playing with the Sixers and you're defending the perimeter with Joel Embiid behind you versus now you're being asked to guard 5s in this league, especially game 1. So that's why I think Zach and I had a great spirit. But I do agree, some people just approach the game differently. I would like to give Ben Simmons a couple games of opportunity.
Yeah, that would be very nice. That would be very nice before we start saying that he should go down to the G G League after one game.
0 for 2 at the line, though.
No way, 0 for 2?
That's what. But like,
Holy wow!
But that's what Perk's talking about. Does he want to get fouled? Does he want to be at the free throw line?
All right,